Hello dear YouTube. In today's video I will show my game against Nikolas Theodorou, Spring Chess Classic, round 9. So let's go. Yes, my opponent played knight f3. Honestly, I did not expect knight f3, d5, c4. I checked e4, Najdorf. I checked d4 and Catalan. And even knight f3, d5, g3, but did not expect c4 here. I could play e6, but as I know, d4 is the most principal approach for black. So I played d4. Yes, b4, c5. Yes, whenever opponent takes on c5, then we develop knight on c6. Yes, bishop b2, knight f6 was played, g3, and here I was choosing between knight bd7 and queen c7 with the idea to play 75. Yes, eventually I played knight d7 and b5 was played by Nikolas. I played e5, d3. And here I was thinking about where to develop my bishop on f8, a3 diagonal or h8, a1. Yes, I was considering g6, bishop g7 to play. Yes, didn't like much what I have done here. I was also considering b6, bishop b7, but then I realized that anyway opponent is going to play e2, e4, so it does not much sense to place my bishop on b7. Anyway, I'm not going to take after e4, d takes e3. Yes, I played bishop d6, bishop g2, short castle, knight bd2, rook e8. Yes, healthy moves, a4. And here I made first mistake and big mistake. I played a5. So I was not familiar with the structure, with the position, and I played a5 to simply stop a4, a5 and close that side of the board. And if white would have short castle played, a5 would have not been a mistake. So the problem is with the king on e1, white will castle long side and slowly bring all his forces to king side. Yes, I played a5. For that reason, it's better not to go a5 and to keep option of always going a6 and open a file. So I played a5. Yes, my opponent played e4. Yes, I don't think d takes e ideas are really working. F takes c, and white is always having control over light squares. Knight g5 is coming. Yes, but over the board I was not much worried about my position. Queen e2, I played b6, long castle, I played rook a7, king c2, g6. I thought anyway I'm having too much forces to stop f4 or any other breaks in the center. Yes, bishop c1. Knight h5, h4, knight e6. Yes, not much is happening, and here knight g5. Here I could take on g5 and take with the queen, but I didn't like it because opponent had too many options, and I didn't like opening h file. But later on we got much better version for my opponent. So I played knight g7, rook g1. Yes, here I played f6, knight f3, knight h3, and f5. I was also thinking about h6, knight h3, f5. Always I wanted to go f5, and whenever opponent takes with the e pawn, we take with the g pawn back and not let opponent to get full control over e4 square. So I played f6. Yes, knight h3, I played f5, and I was more or less happy with my position. Yes, but Nikolas found bishop f3, which is just very, very annoying. Yes, of course, we are not really considering f takes c because knight just takes. And knight f6 I played and h5. Yes, somehow my king is quite exposed. So here I took on e4. I was also thinking about to go knight h5, e takes f, bishop takes f5. Here g4, there is knight f4, but always white has some knight g5, and I think white has more than enough compensation. And white is, I think, maybe much better. So I took f takes c, knight takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, knight takes h5. And I thought I'm doing more or less okay with the knight f6 ideas. But yes, here white is almost winning. Yes, bishop g5 ideas are there. Yes, my opponent played bishop c6, didn't really understand this move. He could go bishop d5, bishop e6. Yes, bishop d7 I played. I was thinking about e4, but like bishop e8, e takes d comes, but didn't play eventually because of the takes c4 move. So I played bishop d7, bishop d5, bishop e6, bishop takes, rook takes. And here I was thinking about knight g5, rook goes e8, let's say. White doesn't have any problems, white is much better, but yes, my opponent played g4, I went knight f6 back. He played f3, I played queen e8, solid move. He played knight f2, I played rook f7. Yes, he played rook h3, I played bishop f8, rook h1, queen d7. Here I didn't see much problems for me. Yes, bishop g5, I went knight d8. And honestly, here I already liked my position because I'm pawn up. I'm not sure how white is going to organize any activity. Yes, he played queen e4. Yes, this is already too ambitious by Nikolas. Yes, queen is not well placed on d5. I played queen e8. Here still he has rook e1, bishop g7. I wanted to go. Yes, he played knight e4. No, he didn't. He played bishop d2. And this is, I think, the huge inaccuracy by my opponent. I played rook d7, and now I'm threatening to trap opponent's queen in a different ways. So I played knight e4, knight f7. He decided to sacrifice his queen because queen anyway was trapped. Yes, and rook d6 move. Here I found. Yes, white does not have any threats. Knight d6, bishop d6 comes. Yes, f4 was played. Here white does want to push f5. So I took e takes f, bishop takes f4. I played bishop g7. Yes, doesn't matter how opponent takes on d6. In the end, we get queen e2 check. So he played knight d6, queen e2, king c1, queen f3. And now white has problems to protect and keep all of his forces. So knight e8 was played, queen takes f4, king b1, bishop e5. Yes, d6, bishop takes d6, rook g7 does not work because of king f8. Yes, g5, bishop e5, and here my opponent resigned. So let's go to check with the computer, with the engine, because when we finished the game, Nikolas just opened his phone and started checking the game, so that's why I know some evaluations. So let's go. Yeah, let's start already from here. Yes, even c takes b is possible. Queen c7 is there, h5, a5. So I played knight b d7. Wow. Yes, knight f6 is the strongest. Or not. f6 even. So I played, okay, knight f6, g3. And yes, queen c7. Yes, what if b takes c? e5, and if some e3, just bishop c5 works. So I played this, which is already not good. Yes, he can just take on c5 and bishop g2. So b5. Yes, we both are making some inaccuracies. So e5, d3, bishop d6, bishop g2, short castle, knight bd2, knight g4. I played rook e8. Yes, and just not a5. I played a5. Not good. Yes, e4 was played, and here I could actually take and go knight g4 and e4 even, but I didn't see. So I played knight f8, and this is already much better for my opponent. I did not understand the position. I was not familiar with the structure, and I played this. I played rook a7. Yes, I played some g6, some knight h5. Yes, white is having huge advantage. Rook g1. h6 and f5 would have been better than what I played. Yes, bishop f3, knight f6, h5, and yes, he found h5. Otherwise, black is not that worse. Yes, I could take knight h5. He takes bishop f5, g4, knight f4. So I took here, takes. I took there. I took knight h5. Yes, and it's almost lost. After bishop g5 or bishop c6, any move, and white is just winning. So I played this. He played. I was thinking about e4 here, but just d takes c. So bishop d7, bishop d5, bishop e6. Yes, he took. And knight g5, rook e8, rook h5. This I saw. f3. Anyway, white is having huge advantage. But here I was not sure, you know. I thought I'm pawn up. I know that my bishop is misplaced or doesn't do anything. But anyway, very few files are open for the rooks. Yes, here I saw even e4. Yes, takes c, knight d7 I wanted to go, but here I did not understand how do I proceed next, because knight e5 there is f4, just queen e7 I guess. Yes, queen e7. So I played bishop f8, I played queen d7, I played knight d8. Yes, and surprisingly, queen is not well placed on d5. Always black is having some e4, rook e5 ideas, rook d7, moving the knight somewhere. Yes, it's important to go knight e4 and try to make a draw. I don't think white is having any issues to make it, to achieve it. Yes, and here rook d7 comes. After the game, Nikolas said that he didn't see knight f7 move. And surprisingly, queen is trapped, and white does not have any mating ideas. So takes, just takes rook d6. Yes, I was thinking about c4, but didn't like f5. Yes, bishop d7, check, and queen f3, or knight d6 also wins. Yes, it was. Yes, dear friends, dear viewers, I played bad game. Yes, my opponent in a different ways could make a draw, and he had a much better position, and in a different ways he could continue, and he played, and it was a much better position for him throughout the game. And yes, in the end, just he decided to activate his queen to d5, but already at that point he didn't have much, and queen was surprisingly trapped. Yes, didn't have my best day, but it's always good to win a game. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thank you very much.